Lisa here, and I'm going to work on another art journal page today. I wanted to show you, I'm starting out in a brand new book. This book is quite a bit bigger than what I'm used to. So this is, I think, 11 by 17, 11 by 14. So it's quite big. And just to give you kind of a perspective, this is the art journal page or the art journal I've been working in. This is the Big Dylusions album, or the journal. And just to give you an idea, I can't really pan out any more than what it is right now. So this whole book fills this whole page, and I'm not even zoomed in. So this, to give you an idea, is the Donna Downey 48 weeks that I've been working on. So I wanted to kind of get into a little bit of a bigger format. She did a bigger format book, and I really quite like it. So I wanted to kind of maybe have a little bit more room to breathe. So I like this size. So if you're starting out, I would say go for the larger art journal. It's kind of, once you start working the little one and you move to this one, you'll realize how much crowded you are in the little one. So just to show you some of the pages. And this is my absolute favorite page of the whole thing. I don't know if you can see it, but that gold shine is delicious. So again, this is quite a big art journal. So I'm working with some of the stuff that I got from Wendy. Some of this isn't hers, like this tissue was just on my desk. So Wendy, Sandra, and Anita and myself are doing a challenge for like what's on your desk. And this is stuff that I've had on my desk, so I want to get it used up. So I've got some book text, some tissue paper, some of these, you know, printed rulers, some pattern paper, dictionary terms, some stickers, you know, some random bits. And then this was on my desk as well. So I'm going to just kind of do a whole collage all over the whole thing. I'm going to, I've already pre-gessoed this book. So I'm going to use some fluid matte medium just to hold everything in place. I'm not really sure at this point what I'm going to do other than just do collage and get that used up. So I'm going to jump into fast forward and you can see me do all that. I let this dry overnight, and it's quite thick. So these pages start off as a little bit thinner, but when you start adding all of your stuff on top, they get quite thick. So I found this image on Pinterest, and I really like how it's got all these drips, and there's like little collage pieces, and there's these circles in here. So I have never drawn a face before, so I'm going to give it a go. I kind of outlined already. This is charcoal pencil, and just kind of outlined already the basic structure of the face. And you can see I'm just kind of going off the image here. Okay, so now that I have that basic face, it's not perfect, it's not great, but it's, you know, pretty good for my first attempt. I'm gonna just go with it. So you can see there's lots of this colorization here and here, and there's some splats here. So there's some like little collage pieces right there. So and it kind of goes a little bit darker in this corner, so I'm just going to kind of stretch that color out. Probably going to start first by just putting a wash over her face here. Probably going to use some white, just because it's a lot of white in here, and maybe even some Titan Buff just to do some shading. And yeah, so I'm just going to start there, and I'll make a palette up. Okay, so I have some Titan Buff. This is titanium white. This is quinacridone magenta, and this is yellow ochre. Some gesso and some acrylic glazing. So what I'm going to do is the acrylic glazing is just going to be able to make me move the paint a little bit more, because I want it a very washed out look. And then I have the gesso, so that way I can make the tint colors, so that way I can kind of blend it out. So I'm just going to start off with some titanium white and just kind of go in here. Get a little bit of glazing fluid because I want it to be slightly transparent, because I want to keep some of that color behind with all the collaging, but just again just kind of blend it all out, because I'm going to come back in with maybe some yellow ochre. It's a little too much. You can see just blending it out. is Transparent Pyro Orange. I'm just going to carry it across her lips like it was here. And I just wanted to show you, like in here, I just took some quinacridone magenta and I just sprayed it with water and then just kind of blended it out a little bit and just did some sprays. So cross your fingers that this works. Okay, so I tried to fix her eye. It didn't really quite sit right with me. I don't know, I might have jacked it up, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is, and maybe with the paint later I can fix it. But I want a butterfly. I kind of like how there's a butterfly right here. So don't freak out. I'm going to actually take some scissors and cut that butterfly out. If I want to have that butterfly later, can just stick it back where it was. So that is going to go right there. So don't freak out. Stamp did not scream at all when I did that. And I figure if I do it that way, I am more likely to use it than if I don't. So I'm just going to add some stamping. And then I'm going to go in with some charcoal pencil and just be like, right across the face right here, it says think and remember. And I like that. So I'm going to go think and remember. So just add like little text every now and again, like if I want to be like you know, something inspirational. She's got some words wrote in her face right here, and I like that. And then we'll come in with some circles. I have a toilet paper roll somewhere here that would make awesome circles that I used yesterday, and I can't find it. But if I can't, I'll find something else to make circles, whether it's like a cap of something, or I even have some solo cups here that are stacked that I could use. So just something that's going to make some circles up in here. And so I'm just going to zoom or go into fast forward, and I'm going to let you watch like all the stamping and everything else that's going on. And then we'll come in and we'll probably paint her hair. I just want to wash out her hair. And then the next thing we're going to do is work on the background. Okay, so these are some Inktense blocks, and I like the watercolory-ness of it. So I'm going to try doing her eye right now. We're just doing like the crease of the eye. So you just get them wet. I'll show you what I'm doing. I have a cup of water here, which it's dirty, but I'm just going in here, just like that, getting it wet, and then just going, and then if I want to like blend it out, you can take your finger or paintbrush or whatever. And that's a little bit too saturated, so I'm just gonna come with a baby wipe, just blot some of it off, and then I'll just come back in with my finger and then just kind of smush it out a little bit. I really like that. Okay, so also picture, they have, I drew in some eyebrows for her because it felt a little weird that she didn't have eyebrows on this one side. So I just kind of like just made some scratchy marks, which I'll probably just go in and just water them out a little bit. With the charcoal, you can kind of, you know, blend it with your finger even. Just the warmth of your finger is going to move the charcoal. And then that way you see the sketchy lines, but you don't see the sketchy lines. So I even like that just a little bit better. But what I do have is in the picture, you can kind of see she's got this shadow around her eyes, like just underneath the eyebrow. So I've got some, this is N8 neutral gray. And what I'll probably do is, this is that acrylic glaze, and just go in with it on the tip of my finger with a little bit of the glaze. And then I'm just gonna like rub it out, and that way you'll just get that slight shadow. So I'm going to do that to both eyes, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to go under her chin here with that same purple and the same gray, and that's just going to add that definition between here. And I'm not sure, I might just leave her white in here. I have to put a little bit more white left on my palette because I'm out. But you can see I'm just still using, again, that same palette. I'm not changing much of anything. So I'm just going to go in here, again, just blending out some of this. I don't want this image in there too stark, so I'm just gonna again go in with the white, blend it out, add a little bit of that acrylic glaze, and you can see I have some purple on my finger, so it's already working to my advantage. Okay, so while that part is drying, I'm just going to do some little sketchy things in the background. So I've got a bottle cap, and this is carbon black ink, and again, just tapping off a little bit. And then I'm looking for something maybe a little bit smaller. So this is a cap from a misting bottle. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with teal because I think it's going to complement a lot of the colors here. So I got teal, phthalo turquoise, and some anthracynol blue. And again, I just want to blend it out as much as possible because she looks very watercolory. I don't want to like have an in-your-face bold color. I want it to be washed out. So again, I'm going to get some more of this glazing fluid. And then I'm just going to get my fingers in here. A little bit of blue, and then just start in one spot and then just blend it out. Might even add a little bit of gesso in here just to add some tones of color. a little stamp. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. I think it's called Postage or something like that. It's the IC Paris one, and I just use this stamp right here and then right there, and that's just gonna balance it off. I gotta add some, like, I added some scratchies and stuff like that with the charcoal. So now I'm gonna work on the background because I'm going to come in and try and create some hair streaks and stuff like that after. It's probably easier if I just come in and I do the background and then shape the hair with the black later, because the black is very, very potent. I don't want to like have it bleed into the background, which there's going to be black in the background, but I think you kind of get what I'm saying. So I'm going to use some carbon black. I might need more than that, but I'm just going to start off with that for now. For a rich background, I'm going to use the Anthraquinone blue. And then again, I'm going to use some of the gloss. I'm not going to add any white because I want to keep that really rich colors in the background. I'm just going to add the gloss to it, the acrylic glaze, because then I can spread that paint out a little bit more and make it a little bit more transparent. So cross your fingers that this works, because this is the scary part. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to go into fast forward, and then you can kind of see how I play with it here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I have a really long tip brush, and it's for like fine detail. I'm going to come into this dark blue paint. Just get a little bit on there, and then I'm going to make super thin lines for her hair. I might come in with the black. So I'm just going to start wherever it feels comfortable. Okay, so I'm coming in, I had to erase a couple times just because I didn't like the way it looked. Nice part is if it's wet, you can just come in with a baby wipe. As long as the under layers are dry, you can wipe it away. So it's almost like a giant eraser. So I don't know if you can see, this has a super fine tip. And I'm just going in some of the black ink, and I'm just going to start defining some of the areas. Okay, so to color the eyes in, I'm going to use, this is a Montana black paint pen, and I'm just going to color this part in. And then I'm going to come in with some a white Montana paint pen in a minute to color the white parts of the eye. Okay, so then for the color part of the eye, I'm going to come in with this Nickel Azo Gold. I don't have very much left of this, but I do have a big one. So all I need is a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. I'm just going to see if I can find a brush that will work. This one should work. So just to color in the eye, and I do want it a little transparent, so I might even go in with some of that glaze to just blend it out. Okay, so to get her eyebrows a little bit darker, this is that same Inktense block, except it's in black, so I'm just going to get it wet. And then again, just making sure, oh, actually, I think that's brown. That's actually brown. Let me grab the black one. I believe this is black. See, that's why you test. See, and that's black. Okay. So again, just getting it wet, moving it a little bit, and then I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to blend it out. And that looks like crap. So it just takes a little bit of finessing, but I like how that looks. It's kind of cartoony, but that's okay for the first face. So then I do have some of this, it's transparent Pyro Orange. Now here's the scary part. I'm gonna like put a little bit here, and then I'm gonna try and drip it up, but I don't want a lot, because actually I might just tip it to the side or something like that, but I want to just add just a tiny little bit. So just actually gonna put it on the palette. Grab a little brush. It's already kind of wet, so it might move a little bit more. Alright, let me try some India ink. I do have I think it's called Cherry India ink. So let's just try that. Alright, and then I think just to top it off, I have a Donna Downey stamp. I'm just trying to peel the backing off. And it says, the art is not a measure of skill, but a measure of passion. So I'm going to take the same StazOn ink, get it all inked up. And then I think I'm going to put it right here. and I freaking love this page. I love it. So I hope you guys give it a go. So this was for a challenge for what's on your desk. So once you kind of like started putting everything down, I didn't really have an idea what it was going to look like until the end, but oh my goodness, I love it. She's a like freaking beautiful. So, and for my first face, I would say that's a step ahead. So, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.